Well, I guess we can start with Steamy Cogs. It's the newest one out. Because I have a short story in that, Sing a Song of Freedom, which is kind of about a girl who she wakes up in the middle of the desert and doesn't remember a thing about herself, and it's about her learning what her strengths are, and she helps to overcome like this evil people who are taking over. It's kind of like a dystopian type thing. And then hopefully to be released before Christmas is going to be Secrets and Shadows, which is a short story compilation that I have done with a bunch of various kind of scary themed stuff, or like psychological thrillers, stuff like that. And then what I'll be working on after that will hopefully be some sort of like an alien dystopian drama, but that's not even anywhere close to being written yet, so this will be a couple years from now. But so yeah.
And what themes do you explore in your writing?
I do a lot with inner turmoil. Like I really try to psychologically develop my characters, where they have outside forces that are acting upon them, but it's almost more about the inner drama of them coming to terms with who they really are and how they can make a difference in the world.
What does an ideal writing day look like for you?
I try to get as much done on the weekends as I can. So I usually get up, make some coffee, turn on some music, and then I just write. Because if you don't just sit there and do it, you always make up excuses not to do it, basically. So.
Do you set daily or weekly writing goals?
I do if I'm actively working on a project. Like I try to make deadlines for myself because I'm a procrastinator. But I don't have like a word count per week, but sometimes I'll tell myself, by fall I want this out, or by next spring I want this out, and I just work towards that deadline.
And where do you go to recharge or fill the well or get new ideas?
If I'm stuck on something, I'll go for a walk. Because just being outside, just like mindlessly walking somewhere, I'll have ideas pop into my head, or I'll figure out how to work through a scene that I'm not sure how to do. Or sometimes even just listening to music, I'll be inspired by like lyrics or stuff like that. Sometimes even just if I'm in the shower relaxing, something will pop in my head.
What advice do you have for aspiring writers?
Just make sure you do it, because if you always say, well, I'm not feeling like writing today, you won't do it. So always set a time to say, after work I'm going to try and write for a half an hour, and then that half an hour will expand into longer. And then just get advice from people too. Have your friends read it, ask for their input, because one of my problems is it makes sense in my head, but when other people read what I've written, they're like, well, this doesn't quite make sense. So advice is always good too.
And anything else you'd like to say?
Not really, just like find what you're passionate for and do it, whether it's like art or writing or acting. There's lots of ways to do what you enjoy to do, and that's really what makes life valuable, is doing your hobbies.
Great.